Hey guys, so today we are going to be covering what is a cloud and the four main types of clouds that we are going to need to know. So our essential question for today is, how can you identify and define the types of clouds? Oh, I need to press the arrow. Okay, so what is a cloud? A cloud is a collection of millions of tiny water droplets or ice crystals. As water vapor rises and cools, it becomes saturated. So saturated means full. So the water vapor rises and cools and becomes full. It then condenses into tiny dust or smoke particles as water droplets or ice. When there are millions of these, a cloud forms. So here are some cloud questions. Why are clouds white? Clouds are white because they reflect the light of the sun. Clouds reflect all the colors the exact same amount, so they look white. Why do clouds float? The cloud is less dense than the air around it, even though clouds have tons of water that is spread out over a large area. Why do clouds turn gray? If the clouds get thick enough or high enough, all the light above does not make it through, hence the gray or dark look. So there's actually four main clouds we're going to cover, but here are the first three. So we have cumulus, which are fluffy, stratus, which cover a large area and they form in layers, and cirrus, which are feathery and thin. So cumulus, like I said, are puffy white clouds, and you can see a picture here. They have flat bottoms. They usually indicate that there's going to be fair weather. And the Latin word for cumulus is meaning heap or a pile. So it's like a heap of a cloud or like a pile. It looks like a pile of something. A stratus cloud, they form in layers. They cover very large areas. So you can see here, this is a huge area covered by this huge cloud. And they are lower altitude clouds. That means they are closer to the ground. And the Latin word for stratus means to spread out in layers. So the cirrus clouds are thin and feathery. They form at high altitudes, that's way up in the sky. They may indicate bad weather is coming. And the Latin word for cirrus is meaning tuft or curl of hair. So you can kind of see it looks really wispy and feathery and looks like hair almost. I'm going to skip over that. So we classify clouds not only by the type, so there are three main types, but also by the precipitation and altitude. So the precipitation can be a prefix or a suffix. Nimbus or nimbo means that precipitation might fall from the cloud. And then you've got these different prefixes that tell you where the altitude of the cloud is. So the fourth cloud we're going to be talking about is this one right here, the cumulonimbus cloud. So this is a thunderstorm producing cumulus cloud. So when you see this, that means that bad weather is coming. And there's some other examples. And here's a picture of a cumulonimbus cloud. You can see that if you saw this in the sky, you would definitely think it was about to rain or come a thunderstorm. So here we have a diagram with all of the different types of clouds. Give me 1 second and I'm going to pull up my, pull this up so I can draw on it. Okay, so here's our diagram with all of our different clouds. So we are focusing on this one, this one down here, our stratus. It's being covered by my little Okay. This one and this one. So if you remember, our cumulus are fluffy and white, and you can see that these are fluffy and white. They have flat bottoms. You can see these bottoms are pretty flat. And then we have our stratus. So these are lower in altitude, so you can see that these are at the very bottom, and they form in layers and they cover large areas. So I know it's hard to see in this diagram, but these clouds are covering all through here. And then we have cirrus. So these are high in altitude and they're very thin and feathery, almost hair-like. So those are our four main types of clouds that we need to know. And we will discuss what kind of weather will come when you see these clouds on the next video. Okay, thank you guys. Let me attempt to exit. It's not working. All right, bye.